12 News at 10 starts now.
And good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 10 o'clock. Happy Saturday night to all of you. Well, I'm Sean Rice. Tonight, a Scottsdale restaurant broken into, ransacked overnight. And now those owners and Scottsdale police, they're looking for the intruders. A couple allegedly took cash and liquor after committing a rather inappropriate act on their property. 12 News journalist Gabriella Becerra is in studio tonight with the owner's disturbing discovery. Gabby.
Well, Sean, the owner tells me her restaurant has been the target of crime and break-ins before. So it wasn't the theft that took her by surprise, but rather who was allegedly involved. Love is in the air at Mon Cherie.
A lot of celebrations, bachelorette parties. We were voted best bachelorette bar in Scottsdale, actually in all of Phoenix, so that's super exciting.
But Saturday morning, the owner, Lexi Caliskin, checked her surveillance video to find a private act of love committed on her property overnight.
They violated our roses, and we're just not okay with that.
Caliskin says she only discovered the video after her Old Town Scottsdale restaurant was broken into and ransacked.
They ripped this open, which broke the door right here.
Caitlin Sorensen, a server at Mon Cherie, was the last to leave Friday night and the first to open Saturday morning.
This one also completely broken and torn apart.
After fooling around on the front patio, Caliscan accuses the couple of breaking in through the back door and stealing about $450 in cash, a bottle of liquor, and the host phone.
With it being like a female business, that's definitely scary with people like coming into our establishment, especially when we're closed. It's just very unsettling.
The owner is sharing the video from the front surveillance camera.
Actually, it's this one that they did not use their face mask.
In hopes someone recognizes the alleged intruders.
Hopefully we can catch them and they don't do this to some other business. It was my team this morning was super scared.
This Old Town restaurant is a popular date night spot, but Caliscan asks customers to dine during business hours rather than have a romantic dinner overnight.
Can't stop yourself inside of our heart. They might have just got a little bit too excited. I don't know.
And the owner tells me she has since hired private security guards to watch the restaurant overnight tonight. Scottsdale police also confirmed that they are investigating this break-in. They ask that anyone who recognizes the people in the video to contact Scottsdale police. Gabriella Becerra, 12 News.
It's a rather new one, Gabby. Thank you so much. Well, developing news tonight, Phoenix police have arrested a driver who is accused of hitting and killing a pedestrian yesterday morning. This was near 43rd Avenue and McDowell Road. We want to show you video from the scene shortly after it happened. Witnesses say a vehicle, possibly a Jeep Cherokee, struck a man who was crossing the street. Police say the driver, 24-year-old Michelle Guzman Garcia, allegedly stopped, got out, then got back in, and then drove off. 32-year-old Miguel Alvarez died at the scene. Garcia was arrested this morning for felony hit and run. And a man is in critical condition after an early morning shooting here in Phoenix. It happened near 47th Avenue and McDowell Road. Phoenix police tell us when they got to the scene, they found a man with a gunshot wound. He was taken to the hospital. Detectives are now working to figure out what exactly led up to this shooting. If you know anything about what happened there, you're asked to call Phoenix police, or you can contact Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. And Tucson police say a suspect is now in custody after a shooting and armed robbery that then led to a police shooting. Officers first responded to reports of shots fired. This was at an apartment near Old Spanish Trail. There, they say nobody was hurt. Minutes later, police said they got a call about an armed robbery at a Walmart involving the same suspect. When officers arrived, they chased the man on foot. Then they say shots were fired. The suspect was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No officers or bystanders were hurt in this police shooting. The Pima County Sheriff's Office is now leading that investigation, with Tucson police conducting a separate internal review. And tonight, an investigation is underway after partial human remains were found in Coconino County. The Coconino County Sheriff's Office says these remains were found in a secret mountain area. Other details about the remains, including gender and identity, have not yet been released. The Sheriff's Office says there is no risk to public safety at this time. The remains will now be submitted for DNA analysis. And tonight, Phoenix police are asking for your help identifying two suspects in a robbery. This all happened near 7th Street and the I-17. Check this video out here. Detectives say a man and woman assaulted a victim and then took his cell phone and wallet. It's just brutal video there. You can see a struggle, and then they do take off with that phone and wallet. It's just awful. This all happened on October 15th, right around midnight. They say 2 suspects left the area by walking into a nearby neighborhood. If you know anything about these people who are responsible for this pretty heinous act, you're asked to call Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. And tonight, a hiker and rescue were both hurt this evening on a Phoenix hiking trail. This all happened near 55th Avenue and Happy Valley Road around 5 o'clock this evening. Phoenix Fire say they rescued a hiker by helicopter after she injured her leg. As the rescue crew was making their way down the trail, one member also hurt their leg as well. They were taken to the hospital, but they are expected to be okay. They say everybody else was able to make it off the trail safely. And search and rescue crews were called to the Granite Mountain this morning after a 30-year-old woman fell while rock climbing. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office says she dropped about 10 to 15 feet and she too suffered a serious leg injury. A Forest Patrol deputy requested a helicopter rescue, and an Arizona DPS Ranger chopper flew in a backcountry technician to help her out. That tech was able to apply a tourniquet, then helped move the climber to a nearby landing zone where she was then taken in an ambulance to a Prescott area hospital. Now, YCSO thanked their volunteer search and rescue teams and other agencies for their teamwork, and they wish this woman a full recovery. I've spoken with those search and rescue crews before. They are entirely volunteers, and they do just an incredible job. Well, if you're planning on heading out this weekend to a pumpkin patch or to soak up some fall colors in the high country, the weather, it couldn't get much nicer. Meteorologist Chris Dunn is here with a look at how the rest of our weekend is shaking out. Hey,
tomorrow is going to be just like today, filled with sun and above average temperatures. And if you haven't had a chance to get up to the high country and check out the fall colors, it may not be like New England, but we have plenty of gold splashing the hillside here. All of the aspens at Humphreys Peak and the San Francisco peaks, it is going full tilt right now. And in the White Mountains, some spectacular sights as well. Meanwhile, at the pumpkin patch, if you're in the high country or along the rim or in the valley, it's going to be a little bit warmer than average. The valley 88 degrees tomorrow, 64 in the high country, 74 rim country. These temperatures a couple of degrees above average for this late point in October. Tomorrow morning sunrise at 6:41. We're in the 60s, nice and cool, but warming up into the upper 80s tomorrow. 88 degrees, our forecast high tomorrow afternoon. We have sun-filled days in the forecast as this quiet weather pattern is settling in for the duration. Warm for October. Our valley daytime highs will be in the 90s this week, several days in a row. Not setting records, but above average. And then for Halloween, a little sneak peek at the forecast. Warm and dry and nothing too scary. We'll check that out in closer detail and take a look at a natural disaster in the making down in the Caribbean as a major hurricane is getting ready to do a lot of damage and a lot of loss of life. Sean?
All right, Chris, we'll talk with you in just a couple of minutes. Well, an event today was part race, part Halloween party, part fundraiser, and really a lot of fun for the whole family. Well, Phoenix Children's hosted its annual Spooktacular 5K today. It was running, of course, with doctors, nurses, and hospital staff joining in on all the festivities.
You're sweating. How did it feel? How do you feel?
I feel really good to be accomplished. Yeah.
Good for you. Why did you come out today?
To run for the children.
It just, the whole program, hearing all the stories out here makes you feel really special, and I'm glad I could pull through in the race and, do that for the hospital.
Some nice costumes out there as well. Well, the event raises money for the hospital's Hope Fund, supporting more than 170 donation-funded programs and services that help patients and families year-round. Some great work being done out there.